Hello, y'all. Um, it's me, Candy. So, um, I'm so tired, but can't even take a nap. So, um, I'm feeling really bad. You know, wow, seems like it's time already tomorrow for me to have to leave because, um, it's like me not having that much help. You know, um, so this video I'm gonna talk about what everybody try to shut me up about, or everybody try to condemn me about, or try to make me feel wrong about. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna take me more than one video to talk about this. Why they try to muzzle me, you know. I don't have any proof about this idea that I could have been born targeted. Um, it's a possibility, you know. I've done bad things in my life, but not horrible things. But I'm not perfect or an angel. Even though people tell me I'm an angel, but I mean, me doing bad things, like doing bad stuff that's sinful in God's eyes. Like you know, I've stolen. Being younger, I've lied, being younger, but not about anything major or serious. Um, being 6 years old and stealing gum out the store. But, the foster sister Shelley said, "You used to steal Al's money when you were 2 years old." Saying I used to steal the foster dad Al's money when I was 2 years old. So she was like, "Oh yeah, you still steal. You a thief." Well, she tried to make it like at 22 years old, I was still a thief because of me taking like when you're 2 years old, you don't know no better. You don't know what you're doing when you're 2 years old. So I mean, she was 42 years old stealing from people, so she need to shut the hell up. But anyway, I could have been. I don't know if I was born targeted or if they targeted me because I mean, as a result of foster care. I mean, I think I said in previous videos how the foster mom used to have the foster mom used to have the foster mom used to have that Kraft family across the street keep a close watch on us. So, um, even from when we were in, she used to have them babysit us too. But, she had us very frightened of them watching us and stalk and spy on us, and then go back and run back to her and tell her everything from as long as I can remember. As early as nursery days or daycare. um, she had the Kraft family stalking and spying on us, and I was wondering for years how much they're hypocritical because if they go stalk and spy on us and report whatever of us doing that so-called wrong, um, but they did wrong too, but they did more wrong than we did. So it's like I'm gonna tell. Like I said it on my other channel when it was new before it got deleted. So for the new people who trying to refamiliarize themselves with me, or trying to familiarize themselves with me for the first time, I'm gonna retell this story again. When I tell other so-called targeted individuals on the phone, they shut me out, they ignore me, they give me the silent treatment for 2 months, or they dismiss and ignore me and then keep talking, or they act aggravated. Whenever I mention Lanika's name, they whenever I mention their name, they have a problem. They don't. It's like they act irritated. So I'm gonna tell how. I probably could have been targeted, but this is how I really think I got became targeted because this is how I really think I became targeted because I had it's like the foster mom forced us to see a psychiatrist and take medicine since I guess kindergarten, but people didn't really start calling me crazy until after this incident that happened. I'm gonna tell y'all about. And you know what? I'm gonna put this video up whether anybody wants to hear it or not. And if you do want to hear it and you are interested, then thank you and I appreciate it and it means so much to me because I've been feeling like a failure and feeling so upset of losing so-called targeted friends or them turning against me when I tell them the story, but they're supposed to be legitimately targeted too. Don't freaking ask me how you think you became targeted. Don't ask me how I think I became targeted if you don't want to hear the story. You know. So, all right. I've been singled out, treated a certain way as early as like 3 years old. But my life wasn't a living hell until I was 14 years old in ninth grade. I'm surprised my brother Wyatt wasn't or Mark were considered targeted individuals. I don't know if Sean is considered targeted because they call Sean crazy. And my brother Pete is the real criminal. He's the real criminal of the family. But he's still out abusing people. He gets out of prison with a nice freaking house and a car. A truck. How you get out of prison with and have a truck and a house, but here I get out of college with no job, and also I get out of college with no job, and also no car. I already had a car, but I lost it. Lost my car after graduating from college. So anyway, the foster mom not only had the Kraft family, but she also had cult members. Like as if she really thought she really thought she owned us. Like even with the foster sister Joni. Joni was a grown adult, and she tried to intend to send Joni to live with the foster mom herself, the foster mom's brother, and she told him to keep a close watch on Joni and make sure she wasn't whoring around and stuff. And Joni was a grown adult. And so the foster mom was determined to treat us like punished kids. Even after we turned 18 and aged out of foster care, she still tried to keep control of us. And I read online before they corrupted my external hard drives and stuff. I had information where I heard that they When I heard that they would do stuff like control, still trying to control the foster child's life after they aged out of foster care and turned 18. And then I heard it's for witchcraft purposes. And I heard that you have to sell your soul to the devil in order to become a foster parent. That you can't be just a loving foster parent like that. And that's why the foster mom was pretty much loved and worshipped by many. This tiny little lady who stands 4'11", and everybody, like the whole New Orleans metro area, fears her, and they know her very well. Adrian Felder. And so this is what happened. Her mother, her biological mother, Mildred Collins. Take note of that Collins last name, even though they're supposed to be black or maybe Creole, but they don't call themselves Creole because I heard there's a such thing as Irish Creole, and they were mixed with Irish. And so the foster grandma, Mildred Collins, the foster mom's biological mom, the one who gave birth to the foster mom, and Adrian Felder, who they call Ann. So Mildred Collins was 76 years old on her deathbed and battling cancer. And so when the foster mom, Adrian Felder, was visiting her mom, Mildred Collins, in the hospital while Mildred Collins was on her deathbed, the girl Lanika Simeon from the Stankin Craft family, her mom is Cheryl Simeon. Well, I guess, you know, um, I don't know. It's like her mom's name was Cheryl Craft. And so grew up with Lanika, a part of the Kraft family. The foster mom used to force us to hang with Lanika and Danielle. I mean, those names, it's like the foster mom used to have us hang with Lanika and Talisha and Danielle, because it's like the foster mom used to keep us overly sheltered and control who we hang with. And so, wow, moments like this made me wish I had a laptop so I can tell this whole story, and it might take 3 hours so I wouldn't have to tell in bits and pieces. But I see my time is somewhat almost up, but I'm going to talk until the video capture warns me, you know. So I don't know. It seems like nobody wants to hear me talk about my story, but they always want to ask me how I think I became targeted. But no, people didn't start giving me a super hard. I mean, I've had hard times, but not like this. Like not a fucking nightmare. That it wasn't like a nightmare until after the foster mom scapegoated me and said she blamed me and scapegoated me and said that it was my fault that she didn't say the last words to her mom when Mildred Collins passed away. And it could have been a occult ritual because 76, 7 plus 6 is 13. She died, they said she died November 27th, 1997, but she was pronounced dead on the 29th, which was the foster dad Al's birthday. And so, um, during the time that the foster grandma Mildred Collins was on her deathbed, Lanika, we were all the same age, well, me and my twin sister were in the same age. I mean, the same grade as Lanika and the same age as her. So Lanika was considered fast, hot, and slutty and promiscuous at a young age, like doing stuff like dating and having sex at 12, 13, and 14 years old, dating and having sex with 19 and 20-year-olds. And the foster mom, when we were in 8th grade, she was outraged about how she was outraged about how I'm sorry, I'm fighting out unwanted thoughts. Um, no, trying to be careful to not accidentally blurt them out. The OCD, unwanted thoughts, or is it forced speech and remote neural monitoring and mind control? So anyway, um, when the Lanika will wait till the foster mom was going to visit her mom on her deathbed, and then have the foster sister Joni. Um, she would have the foster sister Joni to like she was have set up a scenario to have the foster sister Joni to have sex with guys, and Joni was 18, and it's like Joni was 18, and Lanika was 14, and we were 14, and Lanika was not a true friend to Joni, but Joni pretty much was blind and idolizing and worshiping Lanika, while Lanika was just, well, her intent is to make a fool out of all of us, while pretending to be best friends with Joni. And it's like, now I realize why Miss Cheryl, Lanika's mom, hated us so much. Because they all, like I said, why the kids at school hated us, seemed like a lot of them hated us. Now I'm sitting here wondering, like, why my twin sister get more respect than I do. You know, it's like I realized that a lot of these people, I guess they didn't want me to find out the truth about them. But I guess I must have been a threat to them, me discovering the truth about them. But back then I was hated because they figured I was the snitch and the rat who couldn't be trusted. But at first it was my twin sister who they said they hated and couldn't trust. But then after that one situation with Lanika, she would orchestrate sexual events to happen, like set Joni up to have sex with 15-year-old boys while Joni was 18. And then had my twin sister, we were 14, and my twin sister she pushed my twin sister up to have sex with the foster Aunt Mickey's foster boy. I'm not sure if I even told this story recently. But I don't know. It sounds like as if I told it about a month or two ago. But forgive me, and I apologize if I did. But I'm telling the story again because this is how I think I became targeted. And so, you know, I don't know. It's like the foster mom. If you would have got mad at me for telling, but then get mad if I didn't tell, but then they got mad and they said I should have told when it happened, or I should have told right away. But you're mad at me because I exposed or told what happened, because they were threatening me not to tell. That's like when I was 8 years old in third grade, the boy in the special ed class, Alan, his name was Alan Wells, and he was fondling and touching me. And I didn't know. I mean, I told the next day rather than as soon as I got home. And then, the foster family, foster mom, or the foster dad, Al, when he was alive, they never gave me the birds and the bees talk. And the foster mom especially wasn't going to give me the birds and the bees talk. And it's like we were like the Kraft family. They pretty much were obsessed with sex, and then made us more curious. And it's like we were pretty much surrounded by sex. Even though we weren't. I don't have any memories of being molested, but I think I remember telling y'all a while back that the foster dad Al used to watch porn in front of us when we were little, but I don't have any memories of him molesting or touching on us or anything. And so then, so the Kraft family used to watch a lot of porn in front of us and then dare us to tell anybody. But Lanika was like dating and having sex with 19 and 20 year olds when she was like 12 or 13, and doing adult things at a young age. And so, and I was wondering why she was so worshipped and treated way better than everybody. While at the same time, people tell me nobody's gonna make special exceptions for you, but you make special exceptions for her and act like as if she's bigger and better than God. I mean, she was entitled to privileges that nobody else was allowed. And I never really saw other girls or boys being treated with just this elevation and just being treated so special, while she was everybody's favorite. And in a situation I go through, it seems like people always defend or take up for Lanika against me. And, she can never be wrong. And every time I try to talk about what I went through, people either shut me out or don't want to hear it, or they defend her. I mean, like I just had the altercation with the lady who tried to tell me that Lanika and her family had every right to sue me, that they have every right to sue me and punish me. And then she said, turn around and said she never said anything like that, and then said she doesn't talk like that. So that had me like confused and feeling gaslit. And then she encouraged me to post a video about our conversation or argument or debate or whatever, saying, and then she turned around and said that she felt betrayed and that I threw her under the bus. So when Lanika set up a situation for, you know, my twin sister supposedly lost her virginity to that foster boy Matthew, that was the foster aunt Mickey's, the foster mom's sister Mickey's foster boy. And then Lanika was pushing Joni up to have sex. And then, it wasn't until after that situation, but they threatened me not to tell. And I was afraid of their threats, and I told on them anyway. And then ever since then, everybody made my life a living hell, and everybody was against me. And then after that, people started calling me crazy. I don't even know if it was, if when I told another so-called targeted individual, this lady tried to make it like as if it was bullshit for me she thought it was bullshit for me to say that, for me to even question whether or not Lanika was trying to, she hated me already and knew not to try to get me involved. But she got my twin sister and the foster sister Joni. I don't know if that was, I'm not sure, maybe y'all can confirm it, if what Lanika was doing as an underage, if she was trying to lure Brandy and Joni into human trafficking. I'm sorry, the sex trafficking. I'm still trying to learn and discover more myself. I have a lot of questions, and I've been bothered by this for many years and holding a grudge against Lanika and upset at her for many years because of that. And then me becoming a Christian, I try to forgive everybody, including the bully Kim Irons. And so then it's like I saw Lanika a few years ago, and she would exist where at a store before I get there, like the Alex guy would do, exist at a store before I was like wondering why is she everywhere. Like she would be there before I do, and then make a big scene and get an attitude with me or laugh at me or, avoid me and go somewhere else, when she would purposely plant herself there on purpose and then see me and then make a big scene and try to run away from me or avoid me or whatever. And so I realized years later that I guess the other person must have knew I was still bothered by Lanika. But then me realizing that Lanika was perping me too, and her mom, because it seemed like I would go to the library and her mom is there too. And then I connected dots recently, and then online I try to Google search them and had my confirmation that that they're all Masonic. You know, and the foster mom herself, without the Kraft family, I think has Masonic connections. You know, and so one man tried to tell me that the Samantha lady was right in telling me that the Kraft family had a right to sue me and punish me, but then he turned around and told me that for me to be worried about it, that it's irrelevant. I'm like, well, wait a minute now. You don't sound like you're being supportive of me either, but you're supposed to be targeted. So it's um like I don't have a right to speak out against this. Um, Lanika was a child herself, and I heard some kids lure other kids into human trap. I mean, the child, pedophile sex ring or whatever. So my time is almost up, and I'm gonna do some more talking, in another video. All right, I'll see y'all in a while. Bye.